It's Pastor Jerry with Raised Ministries again. This is not my knockoff of American Gothic. It's just that with wearing overalls, it's my uniform. For the first time in 41 years, I'm not a preaching pastor at a Baptist church, so my new uniform is not a three-piece suit or a jacket and slacks. It's overalls, so it helps me from having to hike up my pants all the time. Not that you need to know that. Let's move on from too much information to compost. This is the compost bin that we built simply with a few volunteers, and the only reason we did it out of concrete blocks was to keep it confined and to help generate a little more heat. Heat is critical to a compost pile. I need much more nitrogen, so this is for demonstrations. For those of you who know about compost piles, you ideally want to strike a balance of about 50% nitrogen. That's green, grass clippings, food scraps, those type of things that we've gone into in other lessons, and 50% carbon. Ideally, I'd like to have smaller mass like oak leaves or things like that, but we use what we have. We get the wood chips for free, but what you need to know is you need to wet it weekly and turn it, and heat is critical because the heat will generate a lot of biological processes. Here you need to get you a good, doesn't have to be very expensive, but good thermometers. Ideally, you're at 80 degrees, you're starting to have some work in your compost pile. So you want to stick it down into some of the deepest places, and it'll start registering. At 80 to 120, it gets active. About 140 to 160 is where you want it to get, because if you've got some weed seeds or some old seeds from maybe a past crop, at 160, 155, 160, it's going to kill everything. Now this one is active, but it's not up to 150 or so yet. So you can see it's receding. It was up to, let's see, about 120. Today out here, Miguel just told me it was 74 degrees. So 74 degrees ambient temperature of the atmosphere, and then when you stick it in our compost pile, you know, it got up to 120. We want it to get up another 35 to 40 degrees, and that will sanitize any kind of pathogens for the most part. I won't call their names because I don't want the chemical companies to sue me, but there are two major chemical companies this past year that came up with a new herbicide that I detest that may withstand more than 160 degrees. Previous to the last couple of years, 155, 160 would kill all pathogens that might be included in some of your scraps in a garden. We are sustainable. We use no herbicides, no chemical fertilizers, no pesticides at Raised Ministries. We're completely organic, all natural, and we're sustainable. The pallet video that we just shot about making a compost building out of pallets, all sustainable. This is all sustainable. And now that you know, just balance nitrogen with your carbon and try to turn it every week, wet it down, throw in a shovel full of dirt. That's all you'll need to get some biologicals in there. If you have some worms, throw those in as well. Maybe if it rains where you live, throw your worms in there. They'll help break it down. This is Pastor Jerry and Miguel saying God bless you. Hope you have a great day. Plant something today. Have a spring garden. Check us out on our website, raisedministries.org. We're getting that better and better, and there's lots of free stuff, and there's some other subscriptions you might look into. All we ask really is that you say a prayer for our ministries and that you have a great day. God bless you.